Greetings, District 117 members, friends, family, and future Toastmasters. I'm Ramona Baylor, your District 117 Director, and I have the distinct honor of interviewing Jamon Glover. We are going to spotlight Jamon for the month of May. Jamon, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing outstanding, Ramona. I hope you are as well.
I am. Thank you. Jamon, can you tell those watching us on YouTube a little bit about Jamon, where you're from, what's your occupation, what do you love to do?
Great question. First, my name is Jamon Glover, as you just heard. I'm originally from Newark, New Jersey. My family moved down to North Carolina when I was a small child, and I was there until I joined the military right out of high school. Actually, I was 17 when I joined the military. Served 7 years, and outside of that, I went back to college, finished my degree in communications, and became a freelance videographer. And somewhere along the way, I got into the space of parenting and fatherhood and mentoring. And so what I love to do is inspire. I love to help young fathers. I love to help older fathers, parents in general, because kids don't come with manuals sometimes, and culture has changed. You can't parent the way we were parented when we were growing up. You have to make slight adjustments. And so I really love helping people make that connection and live their best life for themselves and their families.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Jamon, for sharing some of that. And that is so true. Kids don't come with manuals, but one thing that comes with manuals or directives or education program is Toastmasters. What
Toastmasters.
brought you to Toastmasters? How long have you been in Toastmasters? And tell us something that you learned about yourself from Toastmasters.
I've been in Toastmasters a little over 5 years now. And what brought me to Toastmasters was a motorcycle accident. I was doing well in my freelance videography career, and I just signed a big contract with a government municipality. And then the next day I was in a motorcycle accident that broke my foot, femur, ribs, wrist, knocked a couple teeth out. It was pretty bad. 2 years of surgery and recovery. And I realized in that moment, had I died, I wasn't really content with my life. And I always, as a kid, always wanted to be either a sanitation worker or a preacher. And as I become an adult, I realized I didn't really want to do sanitation too much. And I really didn't feel like I was called to be like in the ministry and like standing in the pulpit. But I knew I had a gift to reach people. But I talked in circles. I had 1,000 crutch words. And I was listening to a motivational YouTube video. A guy named Les Brown was talking about he had received the highest award that a non-Toastmaster could get, which was the Golden Gavel. And I'm like, Golden Gavel, Toastmasters. I'm like, I want to be like Les Brown. He mentioned Toastmasters. Let me look up Toastmasters. The next week, I started going through my web searches, and I found a couple of clubs that were close to me. I called one club and I didn't hear back from that club. And so I called another club and immediately that club called me right back. And my journey began after a couple of visits. I liked the club. I liked the atmosphere. I liked what they were doing. And I thought that club could help me. So that's why I kind of joined Toastmasters and actually stayed.
Excellent. So 5 years, you've been in the game. I'm sure that you've learned quite a bit as a Toastmaster and as a leader. And I understand you're currently a club president. Can you share with the members and non-members of what that means and what does a club president do in Toastmasters?
I'll say that I reluctantly kind of accepted the club president role because I didn't feel like I was ready to lead in that level. And my schedule was crazy and I had so many things going on outside of Toastmasters, and I didn't want to do it if I wasn't able to give my best effort. I really liked the club though. I liked the members that it had, and I was like, okay, Toastmasters, where leaders are made. Maybe this is where my making comes in. And so I accepted the position, and initially I thought I was going to be overwhelmed, but I wasn't, because there was so much support from the members. I had support from my area director and my division director, and they took it. Toastmaster has a system of doing things, and I love it because it breaks everything down in chunks. So I didn't get overwhelmed at all. And my biggest thing is making sure the club is abreast of what's happening in our district. Make sure that we are following the procedures that have proven to be successful through Toastmasters International. Also, I'm a feeling guy. I care about people's feelings. And so I try to make sure that the members get what they came for. You know, a lot of times we join things and we get caught up in it, but we forget the reason we even started in the first place. And so I make it a mission of mine to just really be a part, not just the president, but be a part of the club, be a member, be a friend, whatever is needed in that moment, and just helping the club grow and just keeping the ship straight. And that's probably the biggest role I have as president.
All right, thank you. I love that you said, you were reluctant, but this is where leaders are made. The one thing that I love about Toastmasters is it's a safe place. You possibly could make some mistakes. You possibly could fail, but this is a safe place with supportive, and like you said, members, and they become your family. I love that you share that, and I love that you shared that it takes a team. I always like to say it takes a village, so you're never by yourself when you're leading a club, a team, an area, a district. So thank you for sharing that. Why do you think someone should join Toastmasters? I know there's probably a 50 million reasons. What's Jamon Glover? What can you share with those non-members?
If you've ever wanted to do anything and you were afraid to take that first step, Toastmasters is a safe place to grow. And when I mean grow, there are the successes, but there's also the setbacks. In my first speech, I probably had 27 crutch words, so's, ands, but I looked off to the left way too much, and I got all this feedback, but also the support. You can do, if you focus more on this, it'll take care of that. And just little tips and tricks that really made me a better speaker. I won't say overnight, but in a matter of months, I was feeling more confident, just having elevator conversations with people I didn't really know, people at restaurants, and then being able to construct a speech properly and see how the professionals do it. It's been life-changing for me. And now I'm actually realizing my dream of inspiring fathers, inspiring mothers, impacting mentors, because I have the skills now and I'm confident in my skills. And Toastmaster, it's corny to say it kind of changed my life, but what I will say, it changed the trajectory of my life. I was in a career that I really enjoyed, but I wasn't passionate about it. And what Toastmasters helped me do was to take something that I was passionate about and be able to communicate that better. So if you're a non-member and you've had any hesitation or any thoughts of, I don't know, I'm scared to step out there, this is a safe place. This is probably one of the safest places where, I mean, think about this. Where else can you go and you be in a room with a soldier, a scientist, an engineer, a car salesman, a hairstylist? I mean, Toastmasters is made up of so many different people and professionals. This is truly the safest and most diverse place I've ever experienced as an organization.
Wow, thank you so much, Jamon. Those are inspiring words that you found it helped you on your life trajectory, where you were going, not changed your life. I like how you said, didn't change my life, it changed my trajectory. So that leads me to my final question. What will be your legacy? What will be Jamon Glover's legacy?
Wow.
I said I wasn't going to ask any hard questions, but that one kind of took me into that direction.
I would say it like this. My son was talking about fatherhood one day, and he said, Dad, you're a pretty good father. And I was like, okay, thank you. Were you surprised? You didn't think I was going to work out too good? He was like, no, it was like, you not only helped me and of course his other siblings, but his friends and his girlfriend's parents. My legacy, I hope when it's all said and done, is that people will see my heart and they will see that my grandmother had a saying that if I can't help you, I'm not going to hurt you. And I live by that motto. And my legacy, I hope when it's all said and done, was that I made a difference. I changed families, and I will never stop thinking or singing the praises of Toastmasters, because I wouldn't have realized that had I not had the motorcycle accident and had I not heard Les Brown talk about Toastmasters and then taking the step to actually see what Toastmasters was about. So whatever legacy that I leave, Toastmasters will be a really big part of it. And I hope and I pray that they say my life mattered.
Yes. Jamon, I know that you're changing lives right now. When people watch this video, they're going to say, wow, he's making a difference. He will make a difference. And I want to first also say congratulations for achieving the highest level in Toastmasters, your distinguished Toastmasters. I want to say congratulations to you for that. And again, thank you for your time and thank you for sharing your story. Everyone, Jamon Glover, the Toastmaster that we're highlighting for the month of May for District 117. Thanks again, Jamon.
Thank you, Ramona, and thank you for your service.